remember when I met Steve a couple of years ago, we were trying to recruit him. He's like, yeah, no, not. So, thank you for biting the bullet on that one. I'd like to ask Felicia Alcaraz, our 2012 Woman of the Year, to come to the stage to announce our 2013 Woman of the Year. And while she's working her way up here, Asher, the superhero who's getting money, people to shake their pocket money out of their pocket.
The money's gone. Yeah. Oh, it's your pocket? Okay, got it.
Okay, I'm going to follow script.
Boring.
I said my speech last year. I do want to say thank you to all the candidates for your hard effort and your work and your teams. I know you have family and friends out there, so thank you everyone. We really appreciate your hard work. Okay, so raising $97,653.97. Our 2013 Woman of the Year is Patty Sharp.
Happy anniversary, baby. You never saw me alone. My sister has been with me from the very beginning. I am so overwhelmed right now. This journey started for me a year ago. I was invited to the LA chapter's Man and Woman of the Year by a candidate, Jamie, who was our very first nurse at Hoag Hospital. I had no idea what this whole campaign was about. And I remember being there and hearing the stories, and when I heard that you could get a research grant, I was so moved by that, and I thought, I was in the midst, my husband had just passed away a few months before, and the pain was so immense that it brought me a hope, and I thought, wow, that's such an amazing thing. And I reconnected with Jessica there that night, his other nurse from Hoag. And Jessica was actually a nurse practitioner, and she gave us our different options when Mike had leukemia, and the brochure that she gave us was an LLS brochure. And that was when I first was encountered with LLS. So that night, we're sitting here just a year ago. And again, the thought of a research grant came up again, and I thought, is that true? Can you really name a research grant in the name of my husband? And at the end of the night, after crying all night, I think Mike whispered in Jessica's ear that night, because she came to me and she said, I want to nominate you. And I said, oh my God, you do? I want this more than anything. And I went home that night and I told my sister about it. And I told her we need to raise $50,000 so we can get a grant for Mike. And she didn't flinch. She looked at me and she said, we got this. So thank you, Jessica and Jamie, if it wasn't for you girls, I wouldn't even be here. And And even more than that, I thank you for the love and the care that you gave to Mike and I at Hogue. And I want to thank all of the LLS staff. You guys are just amazing. Everybody there. Celeste, we were there every week. Poor Celeste, giving her checks and asking her a million questions. Emails, text all night. She was always, no problem. And I know she wanted to kill us, but we love you, Celeste, and we thank you. And Diane Callahan, who I actually saw speaking here last year, and I was so moved by her, and I cried the whole night. And then we met with her and Piper and Celeste at the Starbucks also. And she was waiting for her test results to come back. And I remember thinking about her, and I thought of her this whole campaign, and she is the reason that we're all here and why we do these things. And Piper, at the head of it all, you did an amazing, amazing job for the OCID, and I'm so grateful for you and for your encouragement and your passion that shows. Every time you speak, it shows and it shines through your love for the cause, and I thank you. And there's so many people affiliated with LLS, and that's the true showing of what the kind of organization they are. And we met on our very first LLS event. Jen and I went, and it was at Angel Stadium. And Russ Parker spoke, and I was so moved by Russ. And I had to wait, and I had to speak to him afterwards because Russ had AML, and he was about the same age that my husband was when he was diagnosed. And I told Jen, I have to talk to him because he's a good story. I know how the unsuccessful story ends, but I need a good story because people come to you and they want to talk when someone they know or they love is diagnosed. And I want to have that good story. And Russ gave me that good story. And him and his wife Karen have been so amazing and supportive. And I'm so grateful for you, Russ. And thank you for taking your time with us that night. Everybody, and Chris Lee, who met with us when we first started this journey, and he just raved about the staff of LLS and the things that you guys do, and he was so right, and I'm so thankful for that. And then I met with Daniel Wu, and he brought his award with Anita Wu's name on it, and it put it all into something that was real and something tangible, and I could see it. And through this 10 weeks, when it got hard, and it got hard, I could see that award, and I thought, I can see Michael John Sharp's name on that award, and I carry that with me, and that's the kind of inspiration that Daniel Wu gives all the candidates, and I thank you. LLS couple, Joey and Jerry, you guys come to everybody's events. You support everybody. And you guys are just amazing, and I thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you with all of my heart, I thank you. And my favorite moment of this entire campaign, of the 10 weeks, we're at our luau, and it's so much work, and it's so exhausting, and it's hard to have fun, and you're having to really, there's so many details, and they're screaming my name the whole time, and I looked out, and I saw the amazing sight of Kimmy throwing the ball, and the older kids throwing it back to her, and she's just throwing it right back at him. And here comes Asher, in my line of sight, and he's racing for the jumper, and there's nothing that's going to stop Asher. And I stopped for a moment, and I thought, here's these two children who have fought leukemia, and here they are running and having a great time, free of the pick lines and the IV poles and the masks to go outside. And I said, this is why we are here, so these kids continue to play. And I thought of the hundreds of kids who at that exact moment were in the hospital fighting these cancers. And I said, it has to stop. It just has to stop. And that's why we're all part of it. And I'm sorry, I just go on and on. But I will especially have to thank my amazing team. Lex Ohana, who is positioning through this whole thing. I have to tell you, I'm not easy. I'm not easy at all. I have a lot of good ideas, and they're the ones who make them come true for me. And I thank you all. I thank you so much with all of my heart. And I especially thank my mom, who taught us what Ohana is, and Ohana is family, and that we fight for each other, and she never hesitates, and she wants to make sure that at the LLS Ohana, which we're all a part of now, and she's so proud to be a part of it, and I thank her. And of course, she's more than my sister, she's more than my campaign manager. She truly is the other half of me, and she's been with me. I can't tell you how many times she said, I'm so tired, I could cry right now. and she stuck it out. And there was times when we didn't think we were going to get that grant, and the generosity and the kindness of people has continued to amaze me in the last couple of weeks. We really pulled off some amazing things, and I thank everybody for every penny, and every penny counts, and we're all part of this great big community of LLS. And my husband Mike, if he was here today, he would be in the front row. He'd be loud because he was very loud, and he would be so proud of Mike Solana and all that we were able to accomplish. But he's not here. He's one of 54,380 people who lost their lives to blood cancers in 2012. Sunday is today. Stay involved, keep raising money, and continue to support LLS because we got this.
That's right.
So you heard 97,000, right? I'm pretty sure she has until June 30th to hit 100. I'm just saying. They are not yet like a whole fan crew. Yeah, we're gonna get there. It's really hard to talk about.